Louisiana beer reviews. Jack Daniel's Fresh Taste Serve Cold Blackberry Hard Tea. Country Cocktails. Introduced in 2024. This is an extension of the Country Cocktails, the Hard Tea, which they still don't list on the website, interestingly. It says on the back, Blackberry Hard Tea, down here, a premium malt beverage with natural flavors, 5% alcohol by volume. Then over here, another disclosure, flavored beer, settling may occur. Brown-Forman Beverages, Memphis, Tennessee. Well, that's City Brewing of Memphis, Tennessee, but they're doing it for Brown-Forman. They're just putting their name on it. There's the code, but I can't figure it out. Maybe it's the 240th day of 2024 in MP, Memphis, at 9:46 a.m. Okay, figured it out. So, I don't know why it'd be such an old can, considering they only started showing up over here in the past 6 weeks. So, explain that. There's the original sweet tea, just like Southern sweet tea, and then there's the peach, which tasted peachy, and now here's the blackberry. I know the Crown Royal Blackberry was a hot item in 2024. Remember, people were trying to track it down. I thought it was okay. You know, it had a good flavor, but it was sort of bland. And somebody I work with said, well, you know, blackberries are kind of bland. His opinion, they're bland. But now it's just sitting on the shelf, and then the display is not really moving. Now that goes. Next year, the Busch Light apple will probably be just sitting around along with the Busch Light lime. I'll buy those if I find singles. I'm not buying a pack. I can't find the packs anyway. Once the hype dies down, it should be easy to find. Yeah, it smells like blackberries. Usually in the spring, I can go back along the edge of those woods and find blackberries. I just don't really like fruit too much. My father asked me that this morning. You don't like fruit? I said, it's like a bunch of sugar. I don't really like it. I'll eat it, and I'll have it in something like this. Okay, or wine. Okay, flavor. Sweet, but not overly sweet. That's where they did a good job here. Yeah, it's sugary sweet. I'd say 3.5 out of 5 sugar cubes. Now, some people are going to drink this and find it's undersweetened, that it needs more sweetness, that it's got too much of a bitter tea flavor. And it does have a bitter tea flavor. So I'd give it 3. So 3.5 out of 5 sugar cubes, 3 out of 5 tea bags, because I don't think you're going to get any hop bitterness, although by law, a malt beverage must contain hops. It just says hops. That's what the regulation said. It does not say bittering hops. Medium body. I was wondering where that people were talking. Oh yeah, that's across the street. Medium bodied. Mostly dry finish. If somebody didn't know, I think they might think they're just drinking a blackberry flavored tea, just a tea, not a beer. So that it does a great job masking the beer flavor, which they really, I don't know if this has any beer flavor. I'd have to ask a non-beer drinker to tell me that. I'm not detecting any. Maybe at the very underneath, some tap water and pale malt. Alcohol, there's no alcohol pickup. I don't think in any way, but I'm used to drinking much higher alcohol content, but I think in no way does it have an alcohol flavor. There's Terry with that compressed air. So anyway, blackberry. I rather, if I'm going to have blackberries, I would like it to be in blackberry cobbler. But it does a good job as a flavoring for the tea. I think peach is better, but just peaches have more flavor. Are they using some dehydrated blackberry or a blackberry extract? Or are they using blackberry puree from stuff that wouldn't be suitable for grocery store sales? This I don't know. Probably something like that. I'm sure it's nothing too expensive. This was only $1. Whatever their process is, it was only $1.64 after tax at a local gas station. Haven't seen it anywhere else. I'll give it an A minus, 9 out of 10, 9.0 out of 10. Right there. It's worth trying out. But I think the peach came across a little bit better. Now the last one is the raspberry, which is probably not going to be that much different because I think raspberries and blackberries have a lot of crossover flavor. There's some kind of berries that grow back there. They're not blackberries. Somebody told me they were huckleberries or something. I don't know. They had no flavor. You know, they're kind of more square and bigger than a blackberry, and they turn dark purple or almost black, but there's no flavor. Okay, but anyway, but you could probably pick buckets full back there and make some kind of wine, I guess, or a brandy. Might be good. So anyway, I know a guy that lives in the next town upriver, and he say he makes his own brandy with fruit that grows around here. All right, so les bon temps relais. I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Memphis, Tennessee, and visit the City Brewing Brewery.